Hey, what's up everybody? This is Joshua Casper. I'm here at the Plugin Boutique, and today I'm going to show you some of the things that the TimeShaper is capable of. The TimeShaper is one of the effects that you can get for the Shaper box, and it's made by Cableguys. The TimeShaper is, as you might have guessed, a VST effect that plays with the time of audio being passed through it. So I have a drum loop here. And it's just a bar long, and you can see as I play the audio, the waveform is displayed inside of this main grid here. And in fact, this is where most of the fun happens with this plugin. So the grid from left to right is time, and from top to bottom is time offset. So if the solid green line is just going across the top, the loop is going to play normally. However, if I click and drag and add a line like this now, the audio is going to play normally for 2 bars, and then for the second half, the audio is going to be offset by 2 bars. So what we can expect to hear now is the first kick and snare looping for the second half of the full bar. So let's go ahead and see if that's what happens. Pretty easy, right? So what if we add something like this? What can we expect to happen? Well, if we just use this diagonal line through the middle to kind of indicate that the audio will be offset back to the beginning of the bar, we can expect 4 kicks to happen, so like a 4x4 beat. So hopefully that makes a little bit of sense now in terms of what the grid does. Inside of this plugin, there are a lot of different grid banks or grid bank presets that you can use to start getting some interesting sounds, and then you can finalize them or customize them later. But right now I'm just going to go ahead and sample some of these Stutter bank presets to show you a little bit more of what can happen in terms of rearranging a drum loop. So as you can tell, it's really easy to get variations to a drum pattern using this. So if I just have that one bar loop there, I can get many different variations and fills just using this first set of grid presets for Stutter 1 here. But we can also get some really great scratching sounds. And if I go over to the scratch bank and go ahead and load up one of these now, we should be able to hear what sounds like scratching. And that sounds pretty good. We can also get some tape stop effects. And obviously some pitch adjustments. So some really interesting things, and there's a lot of reverse presets. And then obviously some more patterns over here. So the patterns are going to mess with pitch and time and reverse and play normally and stuff like that. So a little bit more intricate. These are grid presets, but the plugin itself comes with user-made presets that are actually really cool. And if I click this init patch right here, we can see that we have a number of presets. But if I click one of them, you'll see that another module has popped up right here. I don't have the filter module, so I can do a couple of things. I can just delete it and then see what that preset sounds like. And if I don't want to go through all of the presets deleting the modules I don't have, I can actually come over here, and where it says Shaper, I can turn on just time, and now it will only show me presets that use time and time alone. So here we go. And now that I've done that, I can actually come in and use this to flip through some of the presets. So that's pretty cool. And what's happening here is you can add up to 3 different bands and affect the time of those bands independently of one another. So as you can see right here, the high band is being affected while that low band, low to mid band, is being played normally. So obviously you can get quite a unique sound, especially using these bands up here in the top. So anyway, hopefully you get a good understanding what this plugin is about. I highly recommend it, especially if you like to get quick variations to certain things, or if you want to get some realistic scratching sounds but don't have the vinyl set up to do it. Anyway, I hope you learned something. We'll see you next time.